Good evening, yarnies, dirty hookers, and fiber fiends. How is everybody doing this evening? Hey there, Sue. I saw you pop in. How is everybody? I'm doing good. I didn't stream last night. I think I am having a little bit of a sinus issue with the change of the weather and everything. I really wanted to stream, but felt like an elephant was sitting on my head, so it was not good. So I ended up actually going to bed early last night. Hey there, Lilac. How are you? Um, so for tonight, we're going to do our scheduled. Um, hey there, Knitter Girl. How are you? We're going to do our scheduled motif for tonight. We're doing a ghost granny square. We're doing this ghost granny square. But after we're done doing this, we're probably going to switch over and work on temperature blanket because got a lot to catch up on. Because that's what I was scheduled to do last night. Um, Sinus, yeah, that time of year. I love the cool weather, and I love the changing of colors and the leaves and all that coziness. But the downside is I get sinus pressure. I don't really get like sneezing and allergies so much this time of year. I just get sinus pressure and just, ugh, bad feeling. Springtime, sometimes I'll get some sneezing and those types of allergies, but that's more of a pollen type thing.
Thanks for the raid.
Wow! Thank you for the raid, Vixen. Vixen 10 27. I think I follow you. Um Everybody, thank you everybody for coming in. I'm just starting. Um Hopefully won't cause a catastrophe. Well, if you're gonna have a catastrophe, that's fine. I welcome that. We've been waiting for you to start. Oh wow. I feel honored. Thank you. I am the Crafty Cub. Mainly I crochet. In the new year, we will be doing other things. Let me turn this music down a little bit. If my music is too loud for everybody, let me know, and I can adjust the levels. Let me turn that down slightly. Um, you can't hear music? Okay. Yeah, I'm still new to all of that, getting the music playing, so I'm glad you that it's not an issue. Again, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet here on the channel, mostly educational, teaching you how to do different stitches, how to do different techniques and motifs, mainly granny squares. We're a fan of a square, granny or otherwise. There are some members of my followers of my stream who don't consider this a granny square because it doesn't use a granny stitch, but anything in the square, we like texture and different motifs. We do other stuff too. But like I said, come the new year, we're going to do other things here on the stream. We're going to do some cross stitch. We're going to do some embroidery. We're going to try to learn how to tat on and off stream. The traveling tatter has kind of inspired me to learn how to tat. I'm going to try to get better at knitting. I know how to knit and purl, and I'm very, very slow at it. So it's something I'm going to work on. There's a bunch of other things. I've got a list. I can't remember off the top of my head. So that is who I am. But again, thank you all the writers. Right now, Mondays and Tuesdays in the month of October, we're doing spooky Halloween, or not necessarily spooky, sometimes kind of cute, themed patterns and designs. So that's what we're doing on Mondays and Tuesdays in October. On Thursdays, we have a special guest. Thursdays we do Throwback Thursdays. We do vintage. It was acting up. Yeah, Twitch acts up. Oh, I'm very well aware of acting up. But again, thank you for the raid, Vixen. Thursdays we do Throwback Thursdays. We do vintage patterns, and we have a special permanent guest on Thursdays. Her name is Granny Karen Cakes Marino. She is an elderly woman. She is feisty. She doesn't take a lip off of anybody, but she's a good time. She talks about her very colorful family. So definitely, if you want to learn or watch some vintage patterns using a lot of crochet thread, fine lace weight. Thank you for the follow. Fine lace weight type threads and materials. So definitely check out on Thursdays her in the stream. She does that on Thursdays, so it gives me a break of streaming. And then on the weekends, Saturdays we do blankets for Project Linus. Project Linus is a nonprofit in the US and Canada. They take brand new handmade blankets, either crocheted, knitted, quilted, bunch of other different art forms of blankets, and they donate them to children that are in need, children 0 to 18, either homeless, traumatized, severely ill, etc. So it's a really good project, and it uses up a lot of my yarn stash that I will never use for a personal project or anybody as a gift. And on Sundays, we work on a temperature blanket. We started it back in January. We took a break in June because it got too warm, and I've just resumed working on it again. So we've got a lot of catching up to do for the temperature blanket. So that is basically what I do here. At any time when I'm working on anything, no matter what it is, if anybody has any questions, primarily in relation to crochet, feel free to stop me, ask me a question. I'm more than willing to put something to the side, pick up a ball of yarn, grab a hook, and try to demonstrate and to answer your question. Also, if you're new to crochet and you want to learn how to crochet, be right back, just need to tidy up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, oh yeah, and that's what I forgot to say. If you need to do any post-stream activities, self-care, all of that, I totally understand. If you need to lurk, if you need to raid and run, I totally get that. So yeah, if you're wanting to learn how to crochet, reach out to me. I'm more than willing to try to help you and teach you if all that I can. If not, we can find resources that might. Thank you for the follow, Catherine, and welcome. If I can't answer the question, maybe somebody else here in the chat could possibly answer the question. And also, we have resources. We have a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you don't have to, and it's just not for crochet. It's any type of craft or hobby or any of that. There are resources on there for crochet, and if anybody else has any other hobbies or whatever, if they want to pop in different links to different sites or videos or any of that good stuff, there are places over there to do that. Also, to throw this out there, I have a YouTube channel. All of my streams are uploaded to my YouTube channel unedited. So the way you see it here on Twitch is the way you see it on YouTube. If you want that command, type !YouTube. Also, if you want the Discord, !Discord for each of those. What else? Oh, the other thing is I have a merch store. And again, anybody who's first coming in, I don't expect anybody to go to the merch store and purchase anything because you don't know me. Or you may know me, either way. But I have a merch store, and that is the link for the merch store. And I'm getting ready to share some things, share my screen for what is on the merch store. We are the home of the Dirty Hookers. We are the Dirty Hookers because we never clean our crochet hooks. Apparently, there are people out there that do that and had asked that question in a Facebook group, and I was confused. So, since I've never washed my hook, I'm a dirty hooker, and I'm proud of that. So, if you are a proud dirty hooker and want to share your pride, go over to the merch store if you want. There are some T-shirts, water bottles, and accessory bags that will help you show off your dirty hookerness. I guess that's a word. And recently, today, I added 3 more items. It's a T-shirt, again, a stainless steel water bottle, and an accessory pouch. I do eventually want to add some other things. I use Teespring for my merch store, so I'm limited to what blanks they have. So I can't just come up with whatever I want. But I will try to add some other items at some point. But if you are not willing, or you are not a proud dirty hooker, which is fine, and you don't want to wear something that says such words around mixed company, because I totally understand that, and you are a crocheter or a yarn fan or a fiber artist fan and want to show that off, I have some new merch. I got to get the right screen. And here we go. You're a knitter. Okay. I'm not certain if there's any knit terms on this shirt, but it's a design I came up with. I found a website that you can put in a whole bunch of terms and words, and it makes a word cloud. And I don't know how I can't make this any larger. Can I make this larger? There we go. So it basically it's just a jumble of words that are pertaining to yarn and knitting, and well, maybe there's some knitting in there. I'm not certain. Mostly crochet. Try crochet, but it wasn't successful. It's not for everybody. I totally get that. I have tried knitting, and I'm not really good at it, and I want to get better at it. So, but we've got this proud dirty hooker. Hey there, lady cricket bug. Welcome. So we have this one shirt, and on the back it will have the URL for the stream here. I mean, I've got to advertise, and this will come in this blue color, a yellow, a light gray, a red, and a basic white. I wanted something that the black text would show up on. So if that's something that interests you, that is over there in the merch store. The same design is also on a 32-ounce stainless steel water bottle. Grammy has this water bottle, but in one of the other designs, and she likes it. She says it doesn't leak, and it keeps things cold for a good amount of time. I don't know exactly how long it keeps things cold, but we have that. And then on the back, it will have the URL. So that is the crochet terms. It's called the crochet terms stainless steel water bottle. And in addition to that, we have a accessory pouch, good for your hooks, needles, notions, all that good stuff. And on the back again, it will have the URL. And this comes in this pale blue, a light gray, a light yellow, a pink, and a light blue. So that interests anybody. All of those are there on the merch store, and I will put the link again for said store. Again, obviously nobody has to buy that, because again, it's your money. But I offer that there to help support my stream, in addition to anything that you could do here on the stream, like subscription bits, all that good stuff. So let me close that out. I don't need any of those going anymore. What else was I going to say? My mind went blank. Either my mind goes blank, or I forget how to pronounce words. I think we're just going to get right into it tonight. We are going to do new merch. Looks good. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. Again, I wanted something for those that don't want to advertise that they're a proud dirty hooker. So mix it up. So tonight we're going to do this cute little ghost square. This is from a blog. It's all good. Words are hard. Yes, words are hard. I refer to this. I have coined this term for us. I mispronounced that word right there. For us Twitch streamers, that when we hit the start streaming button, we forget how to pronounce words, and I refer to that as Twitchitis. Alrighty, so this square here is from a blog called The Toothless Knitter. And if you want this pattern, again, this is not my pattern. Exclamation point Ghost Granny will give the link for this pattern. It is a chart, and it is a crudely drawn, hand-drawn chart that took a little while to decipher and to figure it out. But I persevered, and I was able to make it. So we're going to make this again tonight. Instead of the black yarn, I'm going to use some orange, just so you could see it on stream, because the black, you're not going to be able to see the stitches as well. But that is the second part of the square. We start with the white for the ghost. This pattern is a words. 9 round square. The first 4 rounds are the ghost, and you can just do the ghost by itself as an applique. Make a really cute little applique that you can stitch on whatever you want. I need a drink. Oh, that reminds me, I'm new to channel points. So down at the bottom of the chat, the little number and the little purple number and all, the more you watch somebody's stream, you accumulate channel points. They're free. And if you want to redeem them, you click on it, and then I have some redeems. I'm still learning how to do redeems. So I have some basic ones. I will be adding some other interactive ones in the future. So I'm learning. I've only been streaming not quite a year. What was it? Or sometime in early December is my stream anniversary. So I'm working on it. Alrighty, so to start, we're going to chain up 5, and I'm going to zoom in my camera here in 1 second. We're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anybody is crocheting along with me, let me know so I can go slow enough so you can keep up. So we've chained 5. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to work down the chain and around the chain. And this is the center of the ghost body. So in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet, but we're only going to go through under one of the strands. We're not going to go under 2 like you normally would. We're going to go under 1. The reason for that is when we come back around, if we would go under 2, when we come back around, it's a little difficult to get the hook into the stitch. I find it easier just to go through 1 on this side, and then when you come back around, you can go under the other 2. So from the second one in the second chain from your hook, you're going to do a single crochet. And then you're also going to do that in the next 2 chains. So that was in the second, third, and fourth chain from the end. And then in your very last chain, you're going to put in 4 single crochets. Let me zoom in a little bit more so we can see what we're doing here. So in this last chain, we're going to put in 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we have turned. We're now going to work on the back side of the chain, and we're also going to stitch over our tail as we go, so it's going to hide it in, so we don't have to weave it in as much when we're finished. So we're on the other side of the chain. In the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, we're going to do a single crochet. So no more in that last chain. So the next one gets 1. The following one gets 1. And then this next one will get 1. And there is one more chain right here. It's kind of hard to see, but there is one more at the end. And at the very end, that one there, we're going to slip stitch into. And that one is the difficult one to work into. And if you can't get it, you can always do the slip stitch in the same one that you just were in. So you're going to do a slip stitch there. So that is round number 1. While I'm working on this, what is everyone else working on? I didn't even ask Vixen what they were working on. I need to get better at when people raid. So anybody who came in, if Vixen is around, or if anybody who came in on that raid, I am so sorry. I apologize. What was Vixen working on? I need to write down like a little cheat sheet of things to hit on when I get raided. Again, bad streamer. I'll learn one of these days. Alrighty. Welcome back. Again, Vixen, I'm so sorry I didn't ask you what you were working on, what you were doing on stream tonight. Vixen was working on diamond painting of wolves and some Halloween keychain diamond paintings. Nice. If you have any pictures, you can put the link. Links are open. You can she's normally a card maker, but makes a lot of cool stuff. Very cool. Again, I'm following you, and I think I might have been in your stream once or twice. There's so many people I follow. It's hard to keep track of what everyone does and everything. But if you have links of for anything that you have done, feel free to put it into the chat. If you have a picture, like an Instagram or whatever, feel free to post that. I'm always willing to have people post stuff in the chat. Obviously, as long as it's TOS safe, which hopefully it is. Alrighty. So we've gone around once. And I know it's kind of difficult sometimes to see the white because the light kind of reflects off. So that was round number 1. Now we're going to do round number 2. We're going to chain 1, and in that very same space that we did that slip stitch, we're going to do a single crochet into that same stitch. So sorry you did a shout out. Wait. Oh, wait. Did you do a shout out for her? Or them? Actually, I don't think you can do a shout out because you're not a mod. I'm going to learn this. I promise this. I'm going to learn how to do the Twitch stuff. There we go. Okay, I shouted you out. Your Instagram. Okay, let me check your Insta real quick. Let's see what we have here. Ooh. I like those cards you've made, the winter cards, and the kitty cat, all a black cat. I used to have a black cat. Actually, you know what? Let's share the thing. Okay. Actually, let's move that down. We don't need that there. So this is Vixen's. Let me go back. This is Vixen's Instagram. Okay, let me just keep up with chat. Grammy says working on a pink and purple crochet blanket. Wrapped some Christmas presents earlier, getting ready to make burgers for dinner. Yes, Grammy is getting a head start on Christmas. Yes, you read that right. You're welcome for the shout out. Most definitely welcome. I should have shouted you out when you rated. Lady Cricket Bug says, would love to do a crochet along with you at some point. Tonight I'm working on some large African flower squares for a shawl poncho for my niece's Christmas present. I have seen the African flower pattern. That's one I want to try. Key rings haven't been uploaded yet. Me up because I loved it. Yeah, I appreciate the helping out, Knitter Girl. So let's look at some of the things that Vixen has here on their Instagram. So that's a card just for you, winter wishes and snowflake kisses. Very, very, very nice. I like the wolf. Like the wolf a lot. And let's see what else we have. I saw the picture of the kitty cat. Aww. What's the kitty cat's name? The And there's another card. Her name is Jessie. She's no longer with us. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. See what else we have. We've got a dragon. Very, very talented. I've never done card making before. Oh, is that diamond painting? Yeah, that's diamond. I like the owl. I like owls. We had 12 wonderful years with her. Oh, yeah, I had a cat. We had him for 12, 13 years, I think. Very, very nice. Is this bookbinding or is that a card? Diamond painting tote she made. She made for you. Oh, so the owl one. That was a tote. Oh, very, very, very cute and very pretty. It's bookbinding. Yeah, that's what I thought. Very nice. Ah, Baby Yoda. Okay, let's see a couple of these other ones. Oh, the Rose from Beauty and the Beast. We're not going to go through all of your Instagram, but just want to see some of the things that you've done. Ooh, the Cardinal. Very, very, very pretty. Very talented. Thank you very much for the link there. So definitely check out Vixen. Let me move that out of the way. You know the thing you made for Lady Crooked Bug? Very very nice. Grammy says Boo was the best cat. Yeah, Boo was pretty good. That was the name of the cat. Nice living around the corner from each other. Yeah, I have a mod. I live not too far from my mod. I've known my mod for years, let's say. So have, I've made things for her daughter. Oh, I have made something for her, a shawl. Um, so yeah, definitely good to have somebody around the corner to either give gifts to or throw ideas back and forth. The Lot Lizard is here. Welcome, Fairy Dust. How are you tonight? Let me double check something. We make things for each other. Very, very cool. Alrighty, gotta remember where I was with this. Alright, so for round 2, I chained 1, and I single crochet in the same chain where I did the slip stitch. And now, what we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Getting that into there is a little difficult. I am a tight hooker. I'm a dirty tight hooker. I'm proud of it. Reading, relaxing, feeling accomplished. Well, feeling accomplished is a good thing. Did you get more work on that cardigan? I looked over it again. I didn't really read it all, but I kind of skimmed it again. I need to sit down and really read word for word before I attempt that cardigan. And we'll get to Discord shares probably when we're done the square tonight. Because after we're done the square, we're going to work on temperature blankets. So in between the two, we will do show and tell on stuff on Discord. I know there's stuff over there. All right, so we did 2 singles into that single, and now we're going to single into the next 3 single crochets. So the next 3 get singles. 1, 2, and 3. Again, this is a pattern from the Toothless Knitter. It's a blog called the Toothless Knitter. We did a single in the next 3, and then in the next 2 stitches, they're each going to get 3 double crochets. So, 1, 2, and 3. And if you do go to the blog for this pattern, it is written in UK terms. So their doubles are our US singles, and their triples are US doubles. I use US terms. So we did 3 into that stitch, and then the next stitch gets 3 doubles as well. 1, 2, and 3. Grammy, good evening, abductor, a fireman. Wow. You finished the cardigan. Yay! Yay for a finish. Yup, gets confusing sometimes trying to figure out which ones they mean if they don't specify US or UK. Yes. Very difficult. But this was a chart. It was a hand-drawn chart. And the symbols they used was like the cross symbol or the X. And that's a US single. So just looking at it, it did specify UK terms. But I saw the cross or the X. So I knew that was a single. Even though they kind of did say a thing on part of it. Let me just double check. Did they say? Yeah, they have a key. They have a key. Next to the cross, it says double crochet. And next to the symbol for our double, which is like a T with a line through it, that's a double crochet symbol, they have triple. So I knew it was UK. So I just did the same stitches, but in US terms. Really should learn to read the charts right now. They make me go cross-eyed. Yeah, it's learning a whole nother language. It is definitely learning a totally different language. Alrighty, so in that stitch I did 3 doubles. Let me double check where I'm at here. Single in the next 2 singles. So the next 2 stitches each get a single. 1 and 2. Slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Like I said, the pattern is in a chart. I actually sat there and counted out and figured out what to do where. So I had to write it out so I can replicate it here instead of just looking at a chart and getting really confused. So we did a slip stitch in those 2 stitches. And then we're going to do a slip stitch into the slip stitch. And then we're going to do a slip stitch into the chain from the previous row, which is right out. We're going to do it in the same stitch. You kind of have to sometimes do a little fudging with it. Again, it's not the best pattern, but I like the way it looked. So that is round number 2. So round number 3, we're going to single crochet in the same chain that we just slip stitched into. And then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. I know it's a weird pattern. There's lots of slip stitches and chains. This doesn't really make sense, but it's a weird shape. Slip stitch into that. Single into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to single into the next stitch. Okay. And then the next 4, let me see if there's the next 4. 2. Let me just double check this. Bear with me, everybody. Yes. So in the next 4, we're going to put 2 double crochets in each of the next 4. So we're increasing it. This is going to be the head or the top portion of the ghost. So there was 2 in that one, 2 in this one, 2 in the next, and then 2 in the next one. So there's 4 in a row that each gets 2 doubles. Took me forever to get the tension right on a slip stitch to be able to work into it on the next round. Yeah, it does take some practice. So each of those 4 stitches got 2 doubles. Single crochet into the next one. So there's the single crochet. And then we're going to single into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And then the next 3 slip stitches, we're going to do singles. 1, and I hate doing it into a slip. 2, I hate stitching into a slip stitch. So there's in the next 3, so we did that. 2 singles in the next slip stitch, so 1 and 2. 2 singles in the next stitch, 1 and 2. And then in the next stitch here, we're going to do a single and a double in that same stitch. And in the very next stitch, I might be off by 1. In the very next one, we're going to do 2 doubles. 1 and 2. And if you're off by a stitch or 2, it's not the big of a deal. So that was round number 3. So round number 4 is now we're going to make its little arms and its little tail on this last round. Round number 4 is the last round of the ghost. So now we're going to chain 2. We're going to do a single crochet into the chains from the previous row. So there was 2 chains there. Single crochet into the slip stitch, which is right here. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I tend to stitch fast. So we did a single crochet into the slip stitch. We're going to single into the very next stitch. And we're going to double crochet into the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. So that's going to be his one arm. We're going to chain 1 and turn it over and flip it over, because now we're going to work back. We're going to do a single into the double that we made right there. Slip stitch into the next one. Slip stitch into the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. slip stitch into the next 2 chains. So there's chains here. We actually have to go into the chain. 1, 2. So there's 2 slip stitches. Single into the last chain. Well, we're just going to go into the space. We're going to fudge it. My written out instructions might not be the best. Again, this is not the easiest pattern to follow. Oh, wait a minute. That was supposed to be a single crochet into that last chain. So we're going to do a single instead. So a single, double crochet into the same. So do a double, chain 1, slip stitch into the same chain as the last double. So slip stitch. I guess this might be his tail. Slip stitch into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to slip stitch into the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now we're up to where the arm should be. Chain 3 and turn. We're going to double crochet into the second slip stitch and single into the next and slip stitch into the next. And that is it for the ghost. So now I'm going to finish off. Going to leave a tail, pull through, pull tight, and we're going to weave it in our ends. And we have our little ghost shape. It's got a little hole there, but that was probably my fault. And more the pattern's fault. So I'm going to weave in my ends now, because we're going to be working around the ghost to turn it into a square on the next round. I'm just going to weave it through. So Grammy's working on a blanket and wrapping Christmas gifts. What is everyone else working on? I know Fairy Dust said that they finished the cardigan, which we will take a look at once we turn our little ghosty into a square. Oh, in addition to the channel points that I have figured out how to add here on the stream, I have found a soundboard, but I would have to activate it. It's not anything that is incorporated into the chat. So I might use those sounds at some point, either on my own or make them into sound commands. So I found a whole bunch of things. So I was playing around with that earlier. Working on your blanket. Did you mention what type of blanket it was? I don't remember. I know you were in here the other night. And Fairy Dust is making granny squares for our blanket for commission. As you know, Fairy Dust, we do love some granny squares here. Oh, you're both doing granny squares. Yay! Yay for granny squares. Okay. We're now going to switch up. We're going to do round number 5, and we're doing our background color, or our square color. I'm going to use this orange so you can see what I'm doing. An absolute beginner crochet. Lady Cricketbug is teaching you? Nice. I'm certain that they are a great teacher. But again, if you need any help or um, you have any issues with any of it, and if she's not around, or they're not around, I should say. I shouldn't say she's. I'm not certain. But if they're not around, then if you want, send me a message or whatever. Because again, I'm all about education here on the channel. So she is, even though you're left-handed. Oh wow, wow. Yeah, I tried to teach a friend of mine's daughter. She's what, 13, 14, 14 or 15. She's left-handed. I tried to teach her just the chain, and I guess she wasn't focusing, and I couldn't. Yeah, and I don't. Well, actually, no. I did teach her the chain, and I told her just chain, 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 and then rip it out, and then chain, 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 and keep doing that. And she got the hang of that. I think that's as far as she got. I managed to teach my mom as a lefty, so I'm hopeful I can teach Vixen. Well, if you were able to teach a lefty, then you might be the person for it. I'm a righty, so I'm imagining everything I'm doing here, Vixen, is just like hieroglyphics because it's reversed. So for round 5, we're going to do all of it is back loop only. So we're only going to go through the back loop, so it's going to kind of make a raised little texture for the ghost. Fairy dust is this blanket I made of various different size grannies, 2 round, 4 round, 6 round, 8, 10, 12, all in the same blanket. Wow. Chain, 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 chain of fools. Very interesting to watch. Well, I'm glad it's interesting to watch. I'm glad that I can that it's entertaining. Alrighty, so we're going to do back loop only, and we're going to start on the top of the head on the 5th double crochet from the right. Hey there, Clean-Miko, how are you? So we're going to find our double crochet. Here's a double crochet right here. Because this stitch, that's a single. Wait, is that a single? No, that is a double. Yeah, that is a double. 1, 2, yeah. So that's the double. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the top of the head, but it's the one on the left. We're going to start in that stitch, back loop only, and we're going to start with a single crochet, single back loop only crochet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a standing single back loop only. So that just means I've put a knot on my hook and go into the stitch, yarn over, and go through both. And before I go any further, we're going to have an ad here in a minute, so I don't want to get too far along while we're going the ad break. You're doing better. Nice. How's the throw coming along? Oh yeah, you were working on the Aaron Hart's throw also that Fairy Dust did. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go on a quick break, and it's only gonna be about a minute or so. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that ad break. It greatly helps my channel. I didn't even mention it. I should have said that was a good time to take a bathroom break, get something to drink, get something to eat, to stretch. Again, I need to learn how to be a streamer. I'll get it one day. Let's see. What do we have here? Fairy dust. I haven't picked it up yet. Get better every time I look at it. I'm working on my poncho. Post that in the Discord. Yeah, we'll do the Discord after we're done the little ghost square. So this is round. We're gonna start round number 5. We have to go to round number 9. So only a couple more rounds, but each round is very involved because we have to go take this blob shape and turn it into a square. So we'll do that. Fairy dust says, Klimika, what is the struggle? Maybe I can help. Welcome back, Vixen and Lady Cricket Bug. We're still learning. I've only been streaming since January. Yep. You'll get it to where you want to be eventually, but for now you're doing great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try. Okay. So we did a standing single crochet, or you can do any type, however you join. There's different ways of joining your new color. I do a standing single crochet or a standing whatever stitch. That's my preferred way of doing it, but it's back loop only. So we did a single into that stitch there. Again, it's the top of the head. There are 8 double crochets. You find the first one and you count to the 5th one. So it's the middle here, but the one to the left. There's 2 in the middle. It's 1 to the left. So let me see here. So we did a standing back loop double into that. Do another into the same one. So another single back loop. So there's 2 singles into that. 2 into 2 single back loops in the next 3 stitches. So 1 and 2. That's number 1. 1 and 2, that's number 3. 2. 1 and 2, that's number 3. Alrighty. We're going to do a single back loop into the next stitch. So we're going to do 1 in there. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet back loop only into the chain here that forms the top. So there's right in this section here. I think we're going to skip this 1 stitch. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go into this stitch here. We're going to do 3 double crochet back loop only. I know that sounds like word vomit, but all that means is instead of going under both strands, you're only going through the back one, and you do 3 double crochets. Klimiko said, I added a stitch on the 2nd row of V's. I have to frog it to fix it. I'm just bitter about it, so I put it on hold until my poncho is done. With that said, I'll reach out to you if I have any issues when I do pick it back up. Yeah, Fairy Dust would be the person since he's already done that blanket. Okay, we got 3 into that stitch. Single back loop only into the chain that forms the left side of the left arm. So it's right here. Single back loop. I'm not going into the chain. I'm going around the chain. I'm sorry. So there's a single. Two single back loops in the double crochet. There's a double crochet here. So we're going to do 2 single back loops. 1 and 2. A single back loop into the next stitch. We're going to skip that stitch and single back loop into the next stitch. And this is where my stitches are very tight under the ghost left arm, or actually it would be the ghost right arm, but okay, I'm going wherever I can get it. Wait a minute. Yep, single back loop. Okay. There, we did a single. Skip the next stitch and single back loop into the next one. Single back loop into the next two. 1, 2. Did I totally mess this up? So am I going to be able to go all the way around this? Okay, wait a minute. I read that all wrong. I got a frog. My eyes jumped ahead. Alrighty. So we're back to this. Single back loop into the chain that forms the left side of the left arm. Thank you for the ribbit. Oh, I like that frog. I like that frog emote. Alrighty. I'm going to catch up with Chad here in a second. I just want to make certain I'm on the right part. And the chain that forms the left side. 2 singles in the double crochet. So 1 and 2. Single into the next. Single back loop into the next 4. Okay. 1. Because I was reading my instructions and I'm like, I don't have that many more instructions and I'm not even halfway around. 3 and 4. My eyes should skip down a sentence or 2. We're going to do 2 into the next. 1 and 2. Again, they're back loop only. And then we're going to do singles into the next 6. Again, this is a very strange pattern. It's even confusing for me. So that's number 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't even find where to put the hook. And 6. 2 into the chain. I don't have a chain. This might be a bust on this, but anyway. 1 and 2. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna soldier on. 2 into the double. Well, I guess that's a double. These are singles. Single into the next. Okay. Single into the next. Skip a stitch. And single into the next. Yes, I'm going to fake it till I make it. Skip a stitch. And single back loop into the next. Skip a stitch and single back loop into the next. Single, okay. Single back loop into the next 2. 1 and 2. This might be worse than a mystery pattern from the edging. I've done this already. Hey, there's JZ Sketch. How are you? So spooky, yeah. Very spooky. It's so spooky, I'm gonna scream. Going to head off, catch you again. Thank you for the raid, Vixen. You have a good evening. I will try to catch you in your stream the next time you're on. So have a good night. Why did I scare you on your birthday? Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday, JZ Sketch. And I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. Where was I? I totally lost my train of thought. Single into the next. In the next two. You're a big boy now? Single into the next two. Slip stitches. Okay, I think that's that. We're going to do 3 singles into the next. Actually, no, we need to do the 3 there. Okay, we're going to fake it. We're just going to go and do the next one. Vixen's next stream is Wednesday night at 8 Mountain Time. That's Mountain Time, right? Okay, so 8. That'll be 10. I'm Eastern. Okay. I'll probably be around because usually I stream 6 to 8 Eastern. Sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little less. So yeah, definitely. If I'm around, I know I won't be streaming at that time. Oh, Greenwich Mean Time. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys were in the UK. Okay, I was thinking. Anyway, I wasn't thinking. Okay, so I'll have to figure out the time to. Okay, so that's 10. So 4 hours earlier than now. 7 minus. It's 7 p.m. now. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, yeah. So if I'll figure it out. Actually, I don't need to figure it out. I'm already following them. So I have Twitch up pretty much all the time. My computer's on, and I'll see when they're on. It's midnight? Okay. The time difference, the time zone, sometimes it just confuses me. And I don't need even more confusion because I'm doing this very confusing pattern here. Alrighty, in here we're doing 3 back loop singles. Times are invented for confusion. Could say that again. I mean time zones, not times. 2 and 3 there. 3 double into the base. Oh, that's actually where I should have done that. I am not having a good time with this pattern. I hope you all weren't coming here for instructions on how to do this thing. This has turned into one of those streams. Totally agree. I started a new cross stitch for my birthday because why have a birthday if you can't use it as an excuse to wear another whip? I don't need an excuse to have another whip. It could just be any day. But it's always fun to do something new on your birthday. I will have to take a look at your stream. Oh, that's something I should do. Again. Everybody check out Jay-Z's sketch. They cross stitch. If you've embroidered, you did a spooky embroidery thing a while ago. What else do you draw? You knit. I know you knit. Do you crochet? I'm not certain if you crochet. I'm trying to keep track of all of what everybody does on their streams. But yeah, definitely check out Jay-Z's sketch. Jay-Z was the one who, let me find the thing, and I never did this on stream, so maybe at some point I will do this on stream. Jay-Z was the one who asked why I am the Crafty Cub, because I am part of, it's a subset of the LGBT community, and they are the ones who found a picture of a crocheted teddy bear head. Well, one of my other followers found the chart for that same pattern, and off stream I made this, and it is a cute Bear head. It's done in crochet thread, so it's a size 10 thread. I haven't done this on stream yet. I might do that at some point. But once I get this done, well, this is done. At some point, I'm going to get a shadow box, a square shadow box, and mount it and hang it up. So I thought this was so adorable. So adorable. I love it. So again, thank you, Jay-Z, for finding the picture. And I think it was Lumberjack's lady who found the chart pattern for this. So super, super cute. You cross stitch, you knit, you embroider, black or crochet, tablet weave, hand sew, quilt, machine sew, write, and do some silent productivity streams. I've been in your silent productivity streams recently. I've kind of like lurked in there. Still to make that doily because it's so cute. Isn't it cute? And again, with most crocheted patterns, you can do it in larger thread or yarn and larger hooks. You're just gonna have a much bigger piece, so you have to keep that in mind, the size. But if it's something like this, it doesn't have to be a certain size, like a certain gauge. Then that's fine. You can make it whatever size you want. Yeah, isn't this so cute? It is super, super adorable. They're made for lurking. Smallest hook I've crocheted with was a 0.6 millimeter. I did this. Wait, was that it? No, that's not the right hook. I did this one with a 2.25. So this isn't the tiniest. I've used a much smaller hook, but these eyes, even with these reading glasses, I can't go any smaller. Crochet with some sewing thread. Should get back to working there. Oh, I couldn't do it with sewing thread. I could not do it with sewing thread. These eyes aren't, no. Okay. At some point, I'm going to get this squared on. Alrighty, so I did 3 doubles there. We're going to do single into the next. And again, these are back loop only. And then we're going to do 2 singles into the next 3. 1 and 2, that's 1. 1 and 2, that's 3. And 1 and 2, that's not 3. 1 and 2, that's 1. 1 and 2, that's 2. 1 and 2, that's 3. Oh, I'm short 1. Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to do another one in there. We're going to do 2 in there. And then we're going to slip stitch to join. If this turns out completely wonky, then it'll be wonky. This will be a square, hopefully, or a rectangle. So that was round number 5. Again, it's not the easiest pattern to do. We're going to chain up 2 for round number 6. And now we're doing regular stitches. We're not doing back loop. And then the second stitch, we do a single and a single into the next one. 2 singles into the next. A double into the next. And this is US terms. Double into the next. 2 doubles into the next 2. 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Double into the next. I'll be catching up with chat here in a second. Single into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do double in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 doubles into the next. When I get done this round, I'll catch up with chat. 2 into that one. A single into the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 into the next. 2 into the next. It's after midnight. I need to call it an evening. Thank you for the stream and the chat. Well, thank you for coming in, Lady Cricket Bug. So, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in with that raid. And again, thank Vixen for raiding me. I will catch you again. Alrighty. 2 into the next, 2 into the next. Single into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double. No. 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 It's this pattern. It's this pattern. Okay. Let me go back to where it says 2 doubles. 2 doubles into the next 2 stitches. So that's 1, and then this one gets 2 doubles. Double crochet into the next stitch. That's correct. Single into the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Double into the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 doubles into the next stitch. Single into the next 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I swear this pattern is not the best. 2 into the next. 1, 2. And then 2 into the next. 1, 2. Skip a stitch. Double crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch. Single in the next 6. I'm not having a good time with this pattern. Yeah, either I wrote it wrong or I wrote it right, and I'm wonder if it's the same ghost pattern I tried to make a few years ago, gave up, and kept the little ghost on its own. Was it by the Toothless Knitter? It's that link right there. And it was just a hand-drawn written chart. Yeah, this is the one. I mean, I've made it. I've done it. I've done it's right here. I have done it. I just can't do it again. You know what? Since I don't think anybody's following along, because if they were following along with me, they would have been yelling at me. So normally I don't give up on something, but this is really irritating me. So if anybody wants that pattern and try their hand at it at deciphering, it's a chart. It's hand drawn and it's there. So if anybody wants it, again, this is proof that I have done it. I'm I'm calling it with this. I'm done. I'm calling it. I don't want to give up too easily, but I have to. So what we're gonna do for about the next half hour or so, I don't want to end the stream. We are gonna let me get the thing. Let me do the thing. Hold on, let me do the thing. And get rid of some of this stuff. Alrighty. Yeah, it's confusing. It's and I understand it's not a symmetrical shape. So like I've done like um hexagons or circles, obviously circles, and I've turned those into a square. And I know a ghost shape is this strange shape. It it's yeah, there's something about it that it's very confusing. All right, let me check up with the chat that I haven't done. I haven't done in a while. Jay-Z said also got testosterone and flu injections today. The only kind of birthday shots a sober being gets. So your birthday gift is no cough and a hairy chest. uh, okay. I think we're caught up with the chat. Okay. Yeah, a teardrop with arms. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, and I need to pull up this pattern. Oh no. Oh no. Dropbox. Well, not Dropbox. My oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I thought my thought I was gonna have a thought I was gonna have a technical problem, but I don't have a technical problem. We're good. We're good. We're good. I was trying to pull up a file so I can keep track of my next project. Yeah, everything's good. It just didn't want to work there for a second. So we're gonna switch gears. Why is that everything moved over a bit? It's all good. It's I promise we're good. Don't get snagged. Don't get snagged. We're gonna switch over to this. We are gonna zoom out. We're gonna work on the temperature blanket. It's normally what we do on Sundays, but since I did not stream Sunday, and I've got a lot of catching up to do. I am currently working on the row for June 28th. And what I did is I ended up rolling it up because it's getting very cumbersome. So I rolled it up and safety pinned it. So it's a little bit easier to manage. It's still like trying to wrangle a baby hippopotamus. Not that I've ever done that. So that's what we'll do for the next half hour. I think in about a half hour we'll probably raid out. Love the idea of temperature blankets, but the length they end it for a full year is too much. Yes, but this pattern is the moss stitch, also known as the granite stitch. I think there's a couple other names for it. Here on the stream, we would call this the zipper stitch. So it's a single crochet and then a chain. So it's single crochet and then chain. But then when you single crochet into the chain space from the previous row. So you're not actually going into a stitch. Oh yeah, thank you, Fairy Dust, for the Discord. Yeah. So you're not really going into a stitch, you're going into the chain space. So it works up kind of quick, but then the rows kind of interlock with each other. So it makes a little bit shorter. Thank you, Fairy Dust, for reminding me. That's, if I didn't know, words. If you weren't there to remind me, I would have completely forgot. Okay, let's get the thing and the thing. Alrighty. So that was Crafting Sam the last time we shared the diamond painting. Here's Fairy Dust, the progress on your cardigan. Ooh, I like the color. I like the tan. So that's the progress on Fairy Dust's cardigan. I think this was posted a few days ago. So that is the cardigan pattern. It's called, what's it called again? I know you sent me the link. It's from Lion Brand. Can't remember off the top of my head what the pattern name is. But it's the one I need to really look through and figure out the construction of it. So that, because I was looking for a cardigan that wasn't like an old man style cardigan. And that's the one that Fairy Dust had recommended to me. Here's Llama's. Llama has a finished object. Llama has finished their socks. This was in a, what do you call it? One of those, I think it's like a subscription type box. It had the pattern and the yarn. I think there were some treats or whatever in it. So that's Llama's finished. And I don't know what that says. Llama is in Finland, so I'm assuming that's in Finnish. But the stitch work is amazing. That's knitted. I don't even know where to begin doing any of the color work there for the lettering. I would be totally lost. Again, I barely know how to knit. So thank you, Llama, for the a finish. Lumberjack's Lady is spending the afternoon, and again, this is from yesterday, spending the afternoon at my machine. Just need to put the rows together, and then they'll be ready for quilting. Ooh. I like those colors. Farida said, you don't remember what it's called. Took quite a few creative liberties on mine. Doesn't exactly match the pattern. Yeah. Well, that's that way. That makes that item yours. That is specifically yours. Hey there, Lumberjacks Lady. Really into the greens. Yes. This green batik looking type fabric is gorgeous. I love that bright green color. And what is this going to be? Is this just going to be a quilt? An actual quilt? She said something about quilting. Finish the top. Oh my goodness. Okay. Those are my colors. Those are my colors. And I love like the arrows and like, it's not exactly, but it's giving me Bargello feel. If anybody knows what Bargello is you could do it in quilting, you can do it in needlepoint. Herringbone ombre, yes, that is a herringbone pattern. But Bargello is this. It's this geometric pattern playing with colors and shapes that, yeah, it's kind of hard to describe in words. I don't have an example of it close by, but yeah, those. Yeah, I love the blues and greens. The blues and greens are like my favorites. Blues, greens, and purples. That's my color palette. Very, very, very pretty. Thank you, lumberjack lady. Lumberjacks lady. We have a finish. This is Fairy Dust finish. Yay for a finish. It looks good. I like the cuffs. I like the cuffs a lot. So, again, I'm gonna have to look into that. Hope there might be a possibility I might be making the same pattern. I don't know what type of yarn I'm gonna use yet. I have some yarn, but it's a size 6, and the pattern calls for a size 4, and I don't think it's going to work because I'm not that advanced with patterns with garments. I've never made a sweater before. Lilac says I have to close the stream, take a test. I'll be back. Okay, yeah. Have good luck on the test. Lumberjacks lady, awesome job. Will you quilt it by hand or machine? Yes, that's what I should have asked. Are you doing this quilt by hand or machine? Or if it's machine, free motion quilting or long arm? Grammy is a quilter, so Mom got a long arm this year, so I'm going to take it for a spin. Nice. Very, very, very cool. Again, I've never quilted, but can always appreciate all that. The stuff that Grammy has made. I do have a quilt that I plan on hand quilting. Very cool. All right, back to Fairy Dust. This is Fairy Dust's finish. Again, I'm going to try to possibly make the same pattern. So thank you for the finish there, Fairy Dust. Let's see. Oh, Claymiko. It's her poncho. It's done in a sport weight cotton yarn with a 6mm hook. Ooh. Okay, I just said that blues, greens, and purples are my color palette. I can appreciate the warm colors, and I love the gradient. I love the gradient in these colors. This is giving very fall vibes, Claymiko. Very fall. Very of the moment. And here's Jay-Z's sketch. My new start. It's a tree that is a Lord of the Rings project. You're just starting. Nice. I love cross stitch. We're going to be doing some cross stitch here on the stream come the new year. Farida says love the gradient and the sharp point in the front and back. Yeah, of Claymiko's poncho. Yes. Love the color fade. Yeah. So Jay-Z sketch. We're definitely going to be doing some cross stitch here on stream. Starting in the new year. I've got the ones. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a store-bought kit. I've never done, I've done some patterns of my own, small little sample patterns that I've come up with my own. Like, I kind of like do it as I go. Like, I don't really have a pattern. I do like I start in the center and do like a symmetrical, more of like a mandala type look, like effect. So everything radiates from the center, like very geometric. I've done a few small little pieces. I don't even know what I did with them. They were real small. They were only a couple inches square. I never really did anything with them. But just playing with color and design. So I'm gonna look forward to seeing more progress done on your Lord of the Rings piece here. nothing wrong with kits. I have a kit that my friend got me last year that still needs to start, and I have a bee kit that I started but haven't finished. Ooh, bees! Bees are cool. Whose channel was I in? Was I in? I want to say I was in Kim for the Day's channel the other night, and she was showing. No, 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 no. It wasn't Kim for the Day. It was Vintage SoGal. I was in Vintage's channel, and I think they were showing on Discord, sharing their Discord, and there were some patterns. I don't know if they were free or not. It was a cross stitch bee, but it had a witch hat, so it was a witchy type bee. That's what it was. It was Vintage's channel. Yeah, it was super super cute. Um, oh, we have more from Jay Z. Some characters that you doodled. Aw, I like the little sheepies. Oh, Aries is the ram. I get it. Oh, and I like the fleece that the character's wearing. Very very talented. I admire your ability to draw. I cannot draw to save my life. I can't even do a stick figure. The sheep are the best part. Yeah, I love sheeps. Sheepy sheepies. Oh, and here's a close up. Very very talented. And got another character here. Is this one done digitally? For some reason, this looks like it's done like a digital type art. Yeah, very nice. Before your graphics tablet broke. Oh no. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. Thank you everybody who shared in the Discord. I love seeing. Why is this? Okay. I'm having technical problems. It's not really computer related, it's user error. So salty about that because I have Halloween commissions I got right before it broke that I need to do. Uh oh. I'm still wrangling this thing and I've kind of tamed it a bit with this blanket. And it's almost halfway done. When I get 2 more rows, it'll be halfway done. And it's going to be a warm blanket. But a wonderful friend bought me a new one for my birthday, but that's not here yet. Hopefully get there in time. Oh, well, that's nice. That was nice of them to get you that. I wish there was an easier way to hold this massive piece as I'm working on it. And also, I have to be mindful to keep it in frame because it's even if I'm not streaming, I'm working on this. It is um, not easy to work on. It'll be whooping my ass by the time you get it done. Yeah, working big projects at a table is tricky. Yes, yes, it is. Well, I normally sit here and do all my crocheting anyway. Um, but I'm extending my arms for those of us that stream that have a top down camera. I can't where I normally do it like up close. I can't do that. You won't be able to see it. So I got to extend my arms. So between that and maneuvering this behemoth When you're not streaming, you're able to hold it closer. Yes. Yes. Again, sorry that I had to give up on that ghost square. I think I might have wrote out the instructions wrong or something because it got all confused. The same issue also when I cross stitch too, my shoulder ends up hurting. We suffer for our art. Yeah. I've got a frame. I think technically it's for like needlepoint. I've used it years ago, once or twice for some cross stitch. It's like a rectangular frame. You got to keep it, and it'll stand. It's wooden. It's wood, and it'll stand on the table. It's a rectangular frame. Um, I haven't tested it out here at the desk and with the camera, and I should do that obviously before I do any of that on stream. But again, that's not till the new year because I've got the rest of the year all planned. I have a metal floor stand that holds our projects. But when I stream, in order to get it under the camera, it has to be further away from your. Yeah. And I only have a, a certain amount of distance between my monitor and me. So I don't have a lot of space. I got some space, but I don't have a whole lot of space. So I'm going to have to play with the camera angles and all of that. And the table's in the way, so I can't lower my arms fully. Yep. When I stitch in the silent streams, the angle is completely different because I'm not at the table I normally stream from, so it's all wonky. Yeah, kind of have to make do with what you can with the setup. And I still need to brainstorm. At some point, I would like to do some floral arranging here on the stream, but I can't do it top down because all you would see would be the top of the arrangement. And especially a wreath. I'm thinking wreaths mostly. And this is artificial. This is artificial flowers, not real, not actual flowers. Top down would work for some parts of it, but a majority of it you don't want it top down. And I've got a way to hold up the wreath. I've got one of those. It's actually one of those metal stands, and I don't know. I know you're in the UK. I'm assuming you have them in the UK. There are these wire stands that you can get at the florist or the craft store here. And they're to hold wreaths on like at the cemetery on people's graves. Well, I've got one of those, and I use it just to hold up the wreath while I'm working on it. And it's like an easel type thing, and it works great. But they function like a book stand, kind of, yeah. But I have a place to set it up. On to my right, I've got a desk, and I've got room for it. But getting the camera angle, and I don't want you to see all of the background and the mess. So I'm gonna have to, and because that the top down, it's that would be the camera I would use, and that doesn't have the green screen software that like the yarn background. That's all green. That's all done in software, and I'd have to figure out something to hide some of that. I mean, I could switch it so that is green screened, but then you wouldn't be able to see certain colors that I'm working on because it'll key out the green. And if I'm doing floor arranging and there's leaves, they're most likely going to be green. So that doesn't work either. Yeah, I'll figure something out. And like you said, creative people like us, we're problem solvers. Yeah. I mean, I could put up a backdrop, like a white sheet as a backdrop, so that might be something. But then the other thing is, if I'm working on that, I'm going to be turning this way, and you're going to see the back of my head, and I won't be able to see the monitor to keep it with chat. I mean, I can sit there kind of. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Note to self, the next time I do a temperature project, don't do a blanket this big. You probably just got to play around with stuff and a solution will show what's up. Yes. I mean, that's kind of how I did the setup here with my cameras, and I winged it, and it works for what I have. Because behind the scenes here, I'm using, my cameras are just relatively inexpensive webcams. Both of them, both the top down and the one that's on me. And the top down one, I've got shelves above my monitor. The desk has like a built-in hutch. And one of the top shelves, I put a metal ruler, just a metal ordinary ruler, and it's got a weight on it, and it's sticking out, and clipped to the end is the webcam. So it's held together with a very strong clip holding the webcam in place. I don't have any specific audio-visual, like, clamps and everything for cameras, and my idea for a temp project I might do is knitting socks. 1 sock per quarter or season, 4 socks to mix and match by the end of it. Some math would have to be done to figure out how many rows a day and adjustments for different numbers a day, etc. But I like that idea. I like that idea. But I want to do it for the first year I was in foster care when I was 3, because the view that view is the start of my life when I was finally safe. Very nice. Yes, I like that. I like that idea. I'm like, what is behind me? And I'm like, oh, that's the blanket I'm working on. I'm like, something's behind. Yeah, I have to physically push it behind me just to get it out of the way. I'm nearing the end of this. I think when we get to the end of this row, we're gonna raid out. Tonight's stream was, I don't think it was one of my most successful streams. Also works for gloves, different accessories. Yeah, something's touching me. Yeah. Oh, it's my project. Yes, or kind of like a dog, and it's chasing its own tail, and if it does catch it, it's like, oh, that hurt. It's that type of thing. But yeah, this is not my best stream, but it is what it is. They're not all winners. Oh, when we get to the end here, I will show off what we're doing tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I am planning a longer stream, And tomorrow night I'm not teaching, so I'm not going to be like, do this many stitches and do that and do this. Kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm not teaching. The piece I'm doing is going to be using crochet thread, so the thin stuff, and it is a doily, and it's going to be 20. I think there's 25 rounds to it. And it will be a ghost themed. Can't be perfect every time. Got to show your human side. Most definitely. Yes, a doily. It's a ghost doily. I had previewed it Saturday when I was on stream, but I couldn't show that my actual finished piece because it was being blocked. And again, not enough camera space to show it off. I had to share the let me just do it this way. I had to share the image from the pattern I got it from the site I got it from. All right, we're gonna put that aside. It's warm, but it's not that warm here. Let me zoom out because this is a large piece, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to zoom out all the way. This is called Boo. B-O-O exclamation point. It is a let me find the thing. Let me minimize you. Where is my other? Not that. There's this. Oh, we're gonna snooze. Come on, let's snooze the ad. We don't need to run the ad. Let's move this thing here. This is what we're gonna do. Come on. Not that. That's the Discord. That right there is what we're going to do tomorrow night. It's called Boo. It's a pattern by Marsha Glassner. It is a free download on Ravelry. It is a 25 round ghost doily. You've made one of these? Made 3 of these? It is so fun. I enjoyed making this. This is in size 10 crochet thread in the 2.25 hook. That's what I used. You could obviously go smaller thread and a smaller hook. It's going to be a little bit smaller. They're saying, I think it said about 13 to 14 inches. Mine's about 15, but the way I blocked it, mine's more hexagon. I guess you could block it so it's more round. That's up to you. Doesn't really matter how you block it. But this was super, super fun. I'll be doing this tomorrow night. So this is going to be a long stream tomorrow. I can see this. You think it is size 20 because I was using up leftover? Yeah. I can see this done with a larger yarn, like a worsted weight cotton yarn. It'll be much, much bigger. But if you had a round tablecloth, a round table, use this as a tablecloth for October. So super, super adorable. I'm in love with this because when I was planning for October, welcome back, Lilac. How was the test? You think you did good? That you did well? When I was planning for October and some spooky things, a couple different people, you aced it. Yay for acing. Let me see. Wait. Hold on. For acing the test. Hope I don't get flagged for copyright when I upload it to YouTube, but oh well. That was played on my little soundboard. So I'm trying to get little creative things here on stream. So yes, congratulations on acing it. It doesn't really excite me though because that's the norm. What? But still, and doing well on a test is something to be proud of, even if that's normally what you do. Where was I? Exactly, Jay-Z. Exactly. Oh, that's what it was. So when I was planning for October and for spooky things, a couple different members here in the channel had recommended me, had sent me the pattern for this, and I had already planned for this. Are we sneak peeking? Yes, this is sneak peeking. Oh, I don't know if you were here earlier, Claymika, when we shared Discord and we saw your poncho you made. Beautiful, beautiful. We love the color gradient. And was it fairy dust? Somebody had said they liked, or was it Jay Z? It was somebody. They liked the how the point, how angular it was. So yeah, I had already planned on doing this for this month. So those of you who suggested this was probably back in late August, early September. Um, Thank you. And this is what we're doing tomorrow night. Again, I'm not teaching it. It's too much to teach. I'm just going to be doing it. So it's going to be a long stream. But I am in love with this pattern, even though it's something you only can use once a year. Or if your decorating theme of your house is spooky, then you can use this year round. So, but like I was saying, if you got like larger um worsted weight cotton yarn, I could see this done in a larger yarn, a larger hook, and it would be much bigger, and it would make a pretty cool looking tablecloth. Yes, the ghost would probably hang off, depending on how big your table is. So, circle shawls are a thing. Yes, shawls. Circle shawls are a thing. Yes, you can make it much bigger, and change. You can do colors. It doesn't have to be white. You could make them different colors. Make it bigger. Yeah, you can do it that. Yeah, make it like that, and then you would fold it in half, and then wrap it as a shawl. So very spooky. All right. With that being said, I think we're gonna go and we're gonna raid somebody, and I don't even know who's on right now because I have been running my mouth and all of that good stuff. Welcome back, Lilac Stars. Again, everybody, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for nice end of your birthday. Oh well, I'm glad you chose me to finish off your birthday. So I appreciate it. Thank you very very much for being here, and you're welcome for being a nice end of your birthday. We're gonna go and try to raid somebody, and I don't know who we're gonna raid yet. We're not gonna raid them because they're 3D printing, and I am not gonna go do that. What are they doing? Let's see. They're cross stitching, so that's a possibility. They're cross stitching. All right, we're gonna go cross stitching because that's who is streaming at the moment. Okay, we are going. I'm not gonna do an actual poll. Let me check something. I'm not gonna do an actual poll, but type in the chat if you would want to see Harry Potter cross stitching or Halloween cross stitching. Actually, you know what? We're gonna wait. Is there a poll? Did they move? Did they move the poll? Uh, oh no. Oh no. Did I lose it? Okay, we're back. I thought I lost everybody. They used to have the thing close by to do a poll, and I think they moved everything around. I have to figure that out. So we have one for Halloween. Anybody else have a suggestion? Halloween or Harry Potter? If no other suggestion, no other choices, options, opinions, words, um, then that's probably what we'll do. Let's see. All right, that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go and do the Halloween. Um, they're doing a vampire fang design. Okay, everybody, stick around for the raid. We're gonna go raid Sleeping Luna Designs. They're part of Team Moco Loco. Very fun, very engaging. I think her name is Liz. Yes, her name is Liz. We're gonna go check her out. She's doing this cool vampire fang dripping blood cross stitch piece on dark Ada cloth, black Ada cloth. I don't know how she can do it because I've done dark fabric before and I can't see. So everybody, stick around for the raid. Go and check her out. Show her some love. I will be on. No, I won't. I will be on tomorrow night for this thing, the Boo Ghost doily. So I will be on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So everybody have a good evening. Thanks everybody who came in on the raid from Vixen, and thanks. I know Vixen probably already went to bed. Thank you for the raid, and I needed to snooze that ad because we're gonna go and raid. So again, stick around for the raid. Go and check her out. Show her some love. Follow her. She's a variety crafter. They cross stitch. They crochet. I think they do some other stuff too. So I will be on again tomorrow night. Everybody have a good evening, and like I always say, happy crafting.